Starting where we left off from last week's episode, let's go ahead and finish this thing. Welcome back, my friends. Wow, this took such a long time. Let me show you what we did. If we make our way towards our right, we're going to finally see the completed tree farm. I really love the way that this wall looks with the red and the yellow on top. And it's the same thing on every single side. Making our way inside, we are greeted with this beautiful, overgrown site. Of course, our tree farm stands tall in the middle of the build, but on its left, we have the moss farm, where we just have to flick this lever and then go in the back room, down these stairs, and collect the items that we need. As we make our way out and go a little bit further, this cute little build is all about the storage. I try to organize this as much as possible, but it's not our main storage system yet, because I'm going to build one very soon. And if we go on top, we just have a second floor for now. I don't really know what to put inside of this, so we can go back down, say hi to our bone meal farm, and on the other side, there's a cute little pond. Probably should do something about this bamboo though, maybe later. And last but definitely not least, right in front of the second entrance, we have the tree farm storage system, which I think turned out pretty cool, where we have a ton of spruce, little bit of oak, birch, and of course jungle, and everything else you might need from trees. Now the reason why I built this whole place like this is so we can make our way on top and scout the whole area from the height of this tower. But my friends, I think I spent so much time here already that I think it's time we move on to the next part of the video, which is going to be doing something about these farms. Now the bees are very hard to move, and I'm already getting a ton of honey bottles, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and have a cute little build to hide this ugly contraption. But for the bamboo and the sugarcane, I really want to make these much more efficient, which probably means that we have to move them somewhere else. So let's take care of the honey farm first, and then we can figure out what to do with these two. So let's go! Oh yes, my friends, here we go, another cute little Italian build. I'm using a lot of the same color palettes, like red terracotta, spruce, granite for the roof, and of course a ton of oak leaves. So as you can see, the honey farm, the tree farm, and of course the super smelter all look pretty much the same. But for now I really like the way that this is looking, because it gives some nice consistency all around this starter area. We also have a couple friends that spawned inside the tree farm with a nice pillager captain, but for now we have a couple things to do to really call this build finished. Starting of course with bone mealing this ground, so we can make look everything much better. And I think someone escaped from the tree farm. I'll have to find a way to deal with him, but first let's get rid of this guy. There we go. Anyways, let's go ahead and grab some buckets, fill them up with water, and slowly but surely fill this whole pond up. There we go. Let's bone meal the bottom of this pond to make it look a little more natural. And now with some sugarcane, bamboo, azalea bushes, moss, and moss carpet, I think the pond is looking pretty much done. Let's go ahead and turn all of these honey bottles into honey blocks. Leave the honey blocks right here. Now we can make our way up and put all of these glass bottles back inside the system. And just like that, my friends, I think it's time to figure out how to make these two farms not only look good, but also produce a ton of sugarcane and bamboo. So I guess the first thing to do is just to tear them down. And There we go. This took a lot longer for me than just a couple seconds. Here we have all of the items that I gathered by getting rid of the farms, but I will definitely need a lot more if I want to build what I want to build, and I do want to build it. So it's time to make our way inside the nether so we can mend all of our tools, just like that. Wow, this farm is so fast. Now we can put back our items inside Shulky, put Sulky inside our ender chest, and make our way to the Badlands biome because I have a lot of redstone to gather, and I hope I'm going to find some there. It's time to get our moneymaker, leave our silkworm inside the shulker box, get a couple shulker boxes, and of course our beacon. And actually I'm going to take silkworm back because we are going to need it for the ender chest. Now let's get a couple torches, put them inside our offhand, and start making our way down. I almost forgot, but I really want my second skin when I'm underground. Let's exchange the wings of freedom for the second skin, and now we can actually keep mining down, reaching deep slate level, and finally diamond level. Let's go ahead and grab these. Wow, 10 diamonds. Let me reach Y minus 58, and then we're going to branch out and keep looking for redstone. 55, 56, 57, and finally 58. Alright my friends, I think it's time we start mining for some redstone. Just found some diamonds. Wow, a lot of diamonds, but still no redstone, so let's keep going. Here goes our first pieces of redstone. Nearly half a stack. More than half a stack, and I'm actually going to need more than 12 stacks of redstone, so this is gonna take some time. And just like that, my friends, we have a ton of redstone that we can use in our build. Let's go ahead and turn it all into blocks of redstone and even more. Let's do the same thing for the raw gold. And of course for the diamonds. And now my friends, we are ready to make our way back home. If only I remember where I came from. Let's try this direction. There we go, here are the stairs to go up, finally away from the deep slate level, and now slowly but surely, we can make our way back to the nether. Now off to make our way back to the starter base, to start gathering all of the materials that we need. I will see you when it's done. Alright my friends, I think this is everything that we need to get this build started. So I think there's not really much else left to do, other than start building. Let's go ahead and use some deep slate to plan this build. Alright, so it should look something like this. I think it's going to be pretty big because it's going to be one stack of sugarcane right here, one stack of bamboo right here, and I thought why not do the same thing but with kelp right here. We're going to have 3 nice connected houses that are going to lead to 3 chests where we will be able to collect our items. But my friends, let me get the redstone in and then we can start designing the build around them. Hello my friends, welcome back. As you can see, the farms are not only completely done, but during a stream we also started working on a beautiful exterior, which I think is looking pretty nice for now. And by the way, if you wanna join the streams, I stream every single Wednesday evening, so come say hi, I would love to have you around. Anyway, starting with the right side, we have the sugarcane farm, which as you can see works very good. All the way inside we have the minecarts collecting everything, and this tunnel is 32 blocks long. The minecart stops right here just to be sent off again to unload all of the items inside this chest, and we're getting so many sugarcane. Same thing for the bamboo, which is producing so much bamboo. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to expand this chest very soon. And last but definitely not least, on the far left side, next to the honey farm, we have our kelp farm. The only downside to this farm is that many drops get lost on top of the water. That's because I wanted to to use a design where the kelp would be carried by the water here on top, all the way to a drop chute at the bottom, but for whatever reason it wasn't really working, so I decided to collect with a minecart instead. And for the amount of times that I will actually use kelp, this should be more than fine. So yeah, I don't think there's much else left to do than go ahead and finish this build once and for all, and then work on a couple more builds that I really want to get done by the end of the episode. So bear with me, because I think it's time for another time lapse. Hello my friends, welcome back. This took quite a long time. Let's go see what we did. As we make our way from the house, we are greeted with a nice little red build to complement all of the other red builds. If we take the path going off to the right, we can check inside the farm to make sure everything is working properly. And of course, if we keep going forward, we're going to get to the mine. I must say I really love the way that this looks all the way from here. But let's continue. I decided to build a little archway, which is probably going to look pretty cool from the sea. And inside, we have some storage, where I decided to put all of the items that I need, and of course, each individual farm. Let me go ahead and grab some leather to make an item frame, so we can put one here for the sugarcane, one here for the bamboo, and finally one here for the kelp. And just like that, my friends, I would say that these farms are not only done, but also amazing. As these farms do their thing, I would like to go ahead and fix this one little thing right here, because the slime farm has been looking like this since a very long time. So let's grab a few building blocks and start surrounding this with a small little build, just like we did over there at the tree farm. Oh yes, my friends, this is so much better. Let me just go ahead and add some path blocks, especially towards the super smelter. Now let's go ahead and add some finishing touches. And now with this cute little slime infestation, we can call it good. However, I think I'm really done with coming all the way here, either by swimming or by boat. So I think it's just about time that we build a cute little bridge to finally connect the two sides of the river together. Maybe if I just shake my head a little bit. There we go. Wow, this thing looks really cool. And I think it's the first time that I build a bridge using this kind of design. Now moving on to the last project of this video. This mine has been like this since as long as I can remember. So although I don't think I'm going to finish it all today, I would really like to keep decorating it. So with plenty of light sources and now all the other blocks needed to continue this build, let's go ahead and see what we can do. Alright my friends, in a short amount of time we were actually able to make a lot of progress. As you can see, I decided to go with the spruce pillars on the sides, with some insets with dark oak trapdoors. The floor is going to continue the same pattern that I did over here, and for the roof I decided to go with something bright. So I added a lot of stone bricks and variants, and a little bit of polished andesite, and of course a ton of torches and lanterns. I think when this is going to be done, it's going to look so cool. But for now, my friends, as the sun is setting in Minecraft, it's actually midnight right now. So I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode, and thank you all so very much for watching. Today we did many incredible things, and I'm so happy to see our hardcore world getting so much better every single week. If you haven't already, why not subscribe to not miss out on any new episode? I wish you all an amazing day, and see you next week. Bye bye. Wait a minute, this might be the end of the episode, but it's not yet the end of the video, because you left a bunch of comments asking me to rename stuff in this hardcore world, and today I wanted to take the time and do all of this renaming, starting in alphabetical order with my friend Aaron. who wants me to rename a gold ore after him. There you go, my friend. And of course, to continue our little tradition, Aaron, I'm going to put you right here. Moving on to Bug, who would like me to name a dog Bug? So let's go ahead and grab a couple bones, some name tags, and here in the forest, we can finally find a wolf, convert him into a dog. That was quick. And now go ahead and rename him Bug. My friend Cody wants me to rename my pickaxe to Earth Eater, but I already have a name for my pickaxe. So instead I made a new one, which I can gladly call the Earth Eater, and go ahead and add it to our collection. My friend D1 wants me to name a dog Bob the dog. So off we go, back to the spruce forest to look for yet another puppy. Let's go ahead and tame this dog. There we go. Now make our way out of this pillager outpost and maybe tame this other dog as well. There we go. And my friend Fall Revolution would like me to rename my elytra Zab, but I already have a name for my elytra. So instead, we're going to take one of these elytras, go ahead and rename it to Zab, and go ahead and add it next to our armor stand in the super smelter. And my friend Finn wants me to name our Fortune 3 pickaxe Lucky Luke, but as I already have a name for that pickaxe, I'm going to go ahead and create another one, give it Fortune 3, and indeed rename it to Lucky Luke. There you go, my friend. And of course, we're putting Lucky Luke right next to our Earth Eater. There you go. My friend Kiara wants me to name the Iron Golem inside our gold farm after her. So here you go, my friend. And my friend Mausami wants me to name my bow Annihilator, but because I already have a name for my bow, I'm going to go ahead and rename this one instead. There you go, my friend. And of course you get your own spot right here. And my friend Mr. God Mode asked me to add him to one of the graves last episode. And oh, what's that? It totally randomly appeared. Let's go ahead and pick it up. What does it say? Here lies Mr. God Mode, struck by lightning while flying a kite in a thunderstorm. R.I.P. My friend God Mode, I'm so sorry to hear how you ended up here. My friend Mr. Sprite wants me to name a potato after him. So there you go, my friend. And of course, you're also making your way into the trophy room. There you go. And my friend Philip asked me to name one of the golems in this slime farm Phil, so there you go, my friend. Oh yes. My friend Pushing wanted to be a name tag, so there you go. Sam wanted me to rename the entire house The Lonely Behemoth, so there you go, my friend. And let's make it white so we can see it more easily. Samuelo would like me to rename one of the villagers inside of the iron farm Perfect Landing Modern Farmer. So once I can get to them, there you go, my friend. Yeah, I think I got it. My friend Cyan wants a villager named after him, and as this guy was walking near us as soon as I said that, I think you're going to have that name. There you go, my friend. And my friend Jnitatse said I can name anything after him, so let's go ahead and name this squid. There you go, my friend. And finally, my friend XO asked me if I can name something in my word Jackson. And you know what? I have these pillagers right here, so maybe one of them can be named Jackson. There you go, my friend. There are definitely a couple names that I haven't gotten to yet, but that is just because I either don't have the items or just not the time. But don't you worry, my friends, I haven't forgotten about you, so I will assign your name as soon as I can. Well, as fun as this was, I'm afraid now it's the end of the video. So thanks again, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye bye.